Well, it's a very complicated and difficult situation. The prospect is, if an election is to be staved off, the five-star movement that has dropped out of the coalition with the League will team up with the centre-left Democratic Party. This is not going to be easy because the two parties compete for votes in the same sector of the electorate. And on top of that, they've had very prickly relations for a long time now. The Five Star considers the Democratic Party to be a classic representative of the establishment, and the Five Star itself is nothing if not anti-establishment. So very difficult for these two parties to get along. They have 4 days to work on that. And I think their minds will be very much concentrated by fear of Matteo Salvini, the League leader, who pulled down the coalition government of which he was a part, because he was confident that he would sweep the board at a snap election. And these two other parties, at all costs, would like to avoid that.
So there's uncertainty, and normally when there's uncertainty, that's not a good sign for the economy, but the stock market rallied for a third day, appearing to be happy that this populist alliance has been dysfunctional. The last general election was just over a year ago. What does this say about Italian politics, Philip?
Well, things are very difficult for Italy at the moment. Commentators are talking about not just a government crisis, but a systemic crisis for Italy. There are a number of practical difficulties that will emerge immediately. For example, Italy represented by a caretaker prime minister at the G7 meeting, Italy having difficulty getting its budget ready in time to present to Brussels in the autumn. So a number of practical, immediate difficulties. But there are also difficulties in the long term if it emerges that there are really now three major political forces in Parliament and representing political opinion in Italy. It's difficult to see how there can be a regular, smooth democratic alternation between them, particularly if a force like Five Star can switch from being an ally of the far-right League, very tough on immigration, very politically incorrect in many ways, and now possibly teaming up with the Democratic Party, absolutely the opposite pole of political opinion, and two parties that, as I said, compete in the same sort of sector of the electorate. So finding a system of rules that will create order in this chaos is not at all easy, but clearly it is necessary for Italy.
All right, thanks very much.